Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Althea's World, where it's not just my world but it's your world, and for the most part it's God's world. So stay blessed, don't be stressed. If you're new here, hi, my name is Althea, and if you're not new here, welcome back. So today guys, I'm going to give you guys a tour of the garden. I have not been in the garden for a few days because my family and I have been at camp, so at church. So it's been from, let me see, Monday, Tuesday, and today's Wednesday. So we've been at camp for the past, I would say, 3 days. So I don't know what the garden looks like. However, it did rain and I did fertilize and I did water, and then obviously it rained again. So we got some stuff going on. I also moved, if you're new here, I moved all of my grow bags and my green socks. So I have 4 green socks. 3 were gifted to me and 1 I purchased myself. So it is about 5 o'clock in the afternoon and I'm going to do this video. I have dinner on the stove because listen, if you know, you know, having kids and doing other activities in the summertime, you have to pre-plan. So I made sure I seasoned up my food before I left this morning, so I am prepared. So I'm seeing it just like how you guys are seeing it. I have not done anything for the past almost 3 days because today's counted. So let's see what the garden has to offer. So first things first, these are all my sweet potato that I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This bed right here, the last video I had with this container, it was filled with ants, but I was able to fill it up with more potting soil and I put a little bit of mulch. This is our potato bed. As you can see, the potatoes are pushing through, so that's great. So I have sweet potatoes. Some are the regular yam potatoes and some of them are the Jamaican white flesh potatoes. So they are all actually doing well. These were planted, I want to say, I'm not sure, but if you follow my journey, you'll see all my videos. If you're new here, you'll see all my videos of when I planted stuff. So I'm going off of just memory. So if you want to know when I planted certain plants or certain crops, you can just look through my videos and you can tell when I started them. But for the most part, this is the latest sweet potato that I planted. So these have been planted for a good, I want to say like a month. This is my tomato green stock. I do have a lot of empty pockets that I haven't filled. So I do have tomatoes that are growing. They're growing. You can see that. They're growing. See that up there? So yeah, I have a couple tomatoes that are growing. And my marigolds, my first marigolds, have blossomed. How nice. So this is my first time doing tomatoes in the green stock. They are a little crazy, but we're gonna see what happens. I do have some nasturtiums and also some onions in here that I haven't pulled as yet, and these are scallions, and this is an onion that I have to pull out. Yeah, so this is my composting bed. I'm composting it. I'm putting all my food scraps, browns and greens, in here for the fall. This had I'm sorry, my neighbor, he's cutting his lawn. This one had a collard green in it. I pulled it because it was getting bitten by everything. This is my mint, and over here, this is where I have my ginger from all the way here all the way back. That's my ginger. And these are my tomatoes that are about to start coming in. I don't know if y'all can see that right there. It's about to start coming in. And this is my pepper plant. Yeah, this is my pepper plant. I have two here. Looks like it's just something that's trying to eat something. You need to go. Okay. So yeah, this is my 2 pepper plants. These are my marigolds. And as you guys can see, the callaloo didn't do so well here. I have my beans that have sprouted, but as it sprouted, something ate it. So I don't know, I'm trying here. And then there's another marigold back there. And then my son, his plant is also that we planted the other day. It's actually put on some new growth there. And then this is my nasturtium that also sprouted. And I have more peppers here, 2 here. Yeah, not doing so bad. And then I have my tomato. The branches, it cut off. Oh Lord, so I gotta figure that out. And then these are my zucchini. Yeah, this is my basil that looks like it's going through a lot. These are my, oh, these aren't so bad. These are some green beans that sprouted and something ate this. And then this is my zucchini. No, this is my melon. And these that go into seed, this is, these are celery. They went to seed. These are celery. So this is also a tomato that I staked up. I think I have to get better twine to stake it up. I have basil here, but it doesn't look like it's doing so well. Okay, now let's go to this bed here. This bed has okra. So I have nasturtiums that are here. The thyme doesn't look like it did great. Oh my goodness. I have okra here and a nasturtium there. Okra here as well. And I put an onion there. And then my next bed, I have calendula that blossomed. I have the marigolds here as well, right here. And these over here, this is my kale plant. I've had this since springtime. And then this is my pepper plant, which is starting to flower, but I don't want it to. So I am gonna pinch off the flowers because I don't want it to flower. Right now, I want it to concentrate on creating a big root system. So I am going to take off all of the fruit. This is a tomato right here, tomato plant, and a tomato plant right here that is also starting to fruit. And there's a small fruit, y'all can see it under there. Oh wow, and this is another pepper plant. Let me see if it's starting to create flowers. No, they're not. No, so that's good. And marigolds here and here, and there are some peppers on here. Tomatoes on here. Y'all can see. Yeah. And over here is a calendula. And I'm trying to find here are my green beans. They're right here. I didn't have the best success with green beans this year, but hey, it is what it is. And this is my Jamaican pumpkin over here. It's not doing the greatest, but we're gonna continue. I think I see some new growth. And then that is a calendula right there. And then over here, I have my potatoes. So these are all Irish potatoes. I think there's a snail over here that I'm seeing right here. Yeah, this is a snail that needs to go. Yeah. So these are probably going to be harvested, these two, next month. Yes. So I have tomatoes here as well that are also growing, but I have to put this piece of, I have to trellis it better. Yeah, but it's doing well. This is my rosemary. This is my next tower that I have. This is the raspberry. I got this for Mother's Day. This is doing pretty well, I'm not gonna lie. This is my Scotch bonnets. Most of my Scotch bonnets are in this green stock and this green stock. So these are all Scotch bonnets. This one that one. I have my nasturtiums. This is Scotch bonnet, that's Scotch bonnet, that's Scotch bonnet, this is Scotch bonnet, this is Scotch bonnet. So they're all doing pretty good. This is a marigold here, empty here. This is a parsley, marigold. I think this is lettuce. This is, yeah, what is this? This is this is chard, parsley, lettuce, calendula. This is another nasturtium. And then here, these are my bait alpha, bait alpha cucumbers. So I've been training them to go inside here. Yeah, I've been training them. They've been doing pretty good. They've been hanging on. There are a lot of flowers underneath here, so that means I'm gonna be getting some cucumbers. So people do say that you should cut off the blossoms on the bottom. I am not gonna do that. However, what I might do is, what is this? What I might do is I might cut off the suckers and just want like a main stem. I might do that, so I don't have stuff binding all over the place, because I only have a small little trellis here and I want cucumbers. So like I said, this is my bait alpha cucumber here. And then here is I got this for my birthday. So I have, these are Jupiter Spanish peppers mixed with some of my Scotch bonnets. So this right here is also trying to flower, and I don't want it to because it's not big enough. So I'm going to take this off, all the buds off, because I don't want it to flower yet. I want it to concentrate on creating a better root system. So if I see any flowers, I'm going to take them off. Okay, so these are all my Scotch bonnets. They're doing pretty good. I'm proud of them. See in here, it's getting some flowers. I don't want it to flower yet, so I'm gonna take these off. Yeah, so you can concentrate on giving me strong roots, not just bulbs. So I did fertilize all of these. Take this off as well. All of the fruit, because I don't want it to fruit yet. I want it to concentrate on giving me strong roots. So I'm taking all of this off. All of this off. It's gonna grow better and longer for me. So yeah, these are all my Scotch bonnets, and this is just some bell peppers. This is marigolds. These are some type of lettuce, and this is, it was my makisai, which is in a bok choy family, and this is lettuce. These I have some, well, not maki, chimisai, but most of it are peppers. If y'all see, peppers, 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 peppers. Yeah, this one doesn't really have anything in it at this moment. I think I'm gonna put my roselle in here, but I'm not sure. Here, my blueberries. I have been having a hard time, it's getting hot out here, growing blueberries or berries in general. I haven't had a successful season, but it's okay, because what, I'm not gonna be, this is my first season. If you're new here, it's my first season. I moved into this house in November. I planted my first crop, I believe, in February for springtime, and now this is my first official summer garden. So I'm not looking for an abundance. I just want to make sure I put seeds in the ground so that I can establish my soil. So with that being said, because my blueberries haven't been established, I'm okay with that. So these I bought, I want to say this season. Go back in my videos, you'll see when I actually purchased this blueberry plant. It has some blueberries on it, but not big enough. This blueberry plant I actually had, this is the second year, and it's also not giving me much blueberries. I did have to prune it a little bit, but it's just not giving me blueberries. This one we planted together. These are onions. These are multiplying onions, this one, and then these are spring onions. This one is a raspberry bush. This is my first time growing a raspberry bush. I've never grown it before, so I'm learning. This plant is a pepper. This is my scotchy, and if you see the scotchy, it's starting, first of all, it's got 2 branches here, and it's got a marigold and it's got an onion. I don't know what's eating it up. I don't know if this is the rain. I don't know. Something right here came out. I don't know. However, I'm gonna leave these here because the roots, it looks pretty good in terms of the plant. I'm not gonna take off any, just the bottom leaves, but it's gonna grow. Like you see the shoots, yeah, it's gonna grow out. This is my most mature plant that I have. This is my Scotch bonnet. This is the most mature one I have. So that's great. You see the shoots that's coming out there? That's gonna be a bigger and stronger plant. So I'm gonna take out the weeds out of here, because weeds are your worst enemy. It takes all the energy from your plants, so you don't want that. And I'm going to take off the bottom leaves here because you don't want disease to spread. If you cut off the bottom leaves, it lessens your likelihood of getting disease splashed up on your plant. So that is what I am doing. But don't be afraid, because guess what? They're gonna grow more, okay? So this is the most mature Scotch bonnet I have. I planted my Scotch bonnets out, I wanna say maybe a month ago, I wanna say, but check back just to make sure, because I'm not 100% sure. So yeah, that's that. This is my marigold, and then I have a huge scallion right here. I gave my friend one that was right here, but I no longer have that. So what I'm also gonna do is I'm going to take off this because I want it to grow stronger. Like I said before, I don't want it to start growing peppers yet. Not yet. Not yet. I want it to get stronger. Once it gets a little higher, then I'll say, okay, you can start. But right now, it's still young. So I'm taking them off, okay? Once I see like these start growing in, then I'll say, all right, I can leave it. But that's it. So that is the garden, guys. That is my little tour. Oh wait, this one. So this is also my tomatoes, my tomato green stalk. So my nasturtiums finally blossomed and it died. I don't know, is that a thing? Does that happen? And then I have my basil that's here. Oh, this is my most matured Scotch bonnet. Look at that. Or is it a bell pepper? Look at that. That I'm gonna leave. That's gonna stay. And this tomato didn't produce anything. Don't know why. It didn't produce a thing. Okay, this one is producing. This looks good. What else? These over here are producing. These look good. Yeah, but some of them didn't produce. I have calendula here, basil, like I said. I have like a few tomatoes over there. I have some tomatoes that are flowering here, and I did these over here. They're probably gonna start flowering and give me tomatoes here. I'm gonna turn this. I try to turn it every clockwise, like every day, but I haven't been out here so long. Here's another pepper plant that I have here that is doing amazing. I don't know if y'all can see it over the tomato. Yeah, see, look. Oh, look at that. That is growing out of my green stalk. My most mature plant. Yes, it is. See in there? It's gonna give me pepper. And then I have another tomato plant here. But I can say this. I don't know if I'm gonna do this next year. I don't know if this is successful, because there's a lot of spaces that have tomatoes and a lot of spaces that don't. Oh, you have to go. I don't know if y'all can see that. That is a hornworm, and you can't stay here. Not here. You gotta go. Sorry. That will take out your whole entire tomato plant in a day. And they blend in so well with the greenery that you won't be able to know. But what I'm gonna do, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna either take out some of these tomato plants because I have time. I do have time. Oh, it's getting dark. I do have time to plant for the fall tomatoes. So I might not have time for this for the seeds, or do I? I think I do, because I have June, July, and they germinate pretty quick. And then August, September. My frost is not until November, so I'll be fine. So I might put in these towers, I might put the more dwarf tomato, like these that are like a bush, like a dwarf size, a small size. Then these that kind of do climb, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do that. Oh, look at me and the wasp fighting. Okay. So that's what I think I'm gonna do. Now, this is the bed that we literally just did together the other day. When I told you I was having difficulty with this bed and my beans won't germinate. So my peppers are actually doing really well. See that they're getting more leaves? Yes. My tomatoes, they're actually standing up, which means they've rooted. Here also, I'm getting more leaves, so that's good. Tomatoes standing up, tomatoes standing up. So I will stake these up soon, okay? So yeah, these are my nasturtiums here. And do I have another pepper? I think this is the pepper right here. I'm gonna take these tomatoes out, guys, because it's kind of shading and I don't want to see my pepper right here. If y'all can see it. Yeah, this tomato has to go. It doesn't even have any tomatoes on them. I should just take it out. See how it's like messing with my pepper here? That's doing so great. Yeah, I'm gonna take this out. Yeah, I'm gonna have to reconstruct this green stalk. I like this one. This I like. See how it's bushy, but it's not like leaning over? I can manage this. But this, not for green stalk. I'd rather leave that for over here. Yeah, so I think that's about it, guys. That is the garden. It's not all peaches and cream. It's got some odds and ends. It's got some lessons, and it's got some wins and losses. But for the most part, I'm looking forward to the season. So y'all see my garden. Y'all see what's going on. So let me know in the comment section, have you started? What have you started? What zone you're in? What city, what state you live in? You know, do you have fears in growing food? Right now, I'm only growing, as you can see, I'm only growing what I eat. I'm growing tomatoes. I'm growing sweet potatoes. I'm growing, well, two types. Jamaican and the regular sweet potato. I'm growing okra. I'm growing green beans. I'm growing nasturtiums, which is flowers. I'm growing ginger. Is that about it? And I'm allowing certain things to go to flower. So I have, these are, what are these called? Is this cilantro? And they're going to seeds. So I'm gonna collect all these seeds for next season so that I'll have them. I don't have to buy any seeds. These is calendula. I'm gonna allow them to go to seed by themselves so that next season I don't have to worry about it. See my tomatoes? These tomatoes I believe are similar to the ones that's in my green stock, and I have to stake them up. So yeah, that part. So everything else I'm pretty okay with. It wasn't my best season but the season just starts. So if you have thoughts about, you haven't started yet, it's June. You have a little tips of time. You can't start things from seed. I wouldn't recommend in terms of your tomatoes and your peppers. Well, tomatoes you probably can, depending on your zone. In Georgia, you can get a fall crop, but peppers, you would have had to start peppers like in March to put for April, May, so that you can try to get a March. So it'd be, if you started in March, you'd be April and then May. So you would have had to plant it out in May, and then June, July, August. Yeah, because then the frost comes, and sometimes the frost actually increases the harvest, that I've realized, because it's not in the blazing heat. And especially the tomatoes, I really noticed that getting a fall crop when the temperatures get a little down, like in the 70s, it's much better. Because I think when it starts getting into the 90s, it stresses out the tomato and they kind of stop producing, like the tomato flowers, they actually drop. So I'm also going to be succession planting my cucumbers, my bait alpha cucumbers, probably within the next, once I get like the first 2 flushes, I'll sow more seeds. But right now, I think I'm okay. So the tunnels, guys, that y'all see, y'all probably like, "Oh, what's that?" So these are mostly gonna be for like my shade cloth, if I need shade cloth, if it gets blazing hot, or obviously for the fall, whenever it gets really cold for the frost. So I have my frost cover and everything that I can put over it. I think Alex just has to put something on the top to keep it secure, like one PVC straight across, and like just secure it. And same thing with over there and here and here. The one here, I already have something to put over it because Alex bought me that when we first moved here as an extra bed as a present. So this right here, guys, I'll let y'all know, this is parsley also going to seed. I'm allowed to go to seed so that I can save the seeds for next year. So I think the next time, or I don't know, I'm not sure, but for the most part, that's the garden. I have one empty container that's right here. I have to figure out what I'm going to put in it. I'm not sure yet, but I am proud of myself that I actually put in the work and I did all of my peppers and my tomatoes on time. If you've been following me, next time I'm not going to plant out the tomatoes that much far in advance. I'm going to wait. So I think last time I did it like 6 weeks. I think I'm going to do it like, well, I did 8 weeks. I think I'm going to do it like 5 weeks, because I still have tomato plants that I haven't even put out. So I might put those here, because my callaloo, I don't know, if I don't get suckers for my callaloo, I don't know what's gonna happen. So I don't know what's going on. Actually, one of them is doing well, but I don't know what's going on with my callaloo. I don't know what I did wrong, but I thought it was pretty easy to grow, but obviously it's not. So it is what it is. I'm not gonna stress about it. I'm gonna do my best, and whatever harvest I get, like I said, I'm grateful for it. I just knew I had to put seeds in the ground. I knew I had to start my gardening, because it's therapy for me. And also, if you haven't seen the prices of groceries, they just keep going up and up and up. And when I had to go to the grocery store and pick out some tomatoes and buy, I was just like, dang, the garden ain't ready yet. But these tomatoes, they finna be ready soon. So I'm grateful for that. But yeah, my last year, my nasturtiums, they didn't look like this. They grew so big, like it was so big. So I'm grateful for these tomatoes. I'm not gonna grow these tomatoes, these bushy ones, anymore. But also, like I said, I fertilized. So I gave them, I gave my okra fish fertilizer, and some of my peppers fish fertilizer. I gave my tomatoes that I saw were flowering, I gave them potassium and phosphate food fertilizer because I want the production of the fruit crops and the blooming crops to come to fruition. So I want to make sure that the roots on the plants are strong enough to produce that fruit. So I think that's it, guys. I think y'all have seen the garden. Y'all have seen what's going on in the garden. Y'all have seen the green stalks, how pretty they look. And I think green stalk, they've been having sales left, right, and center. So if you haven't grabbed yourself a green stalk, wait until the sales come out and grab yourself one. Yeah. So I am going inside because the mosquito them out here. And I'm finna go inside. So don't forget our 4 P's. Don't forget to pray. Be patient, persevere, and you'll surely progress. And don't forget to be kind. Until my next upload, guys. I'll see y'all later. Bye.